in upstate New York. So I threw on a few scarves and came out onto the porch. This is some of my favorite weather. It's true. We've had a lot of thunder and lightning today, and it does for me what it always does, right? These storms. Draws me outside, slows me down, makes me want to connect that mind-spirit connection, right? I feel like oftentimes we talk about, in spiritual circles, that is, when the we I'm referring to there, the connection between the mind and emotions, and how, some people are so in their head and other people lead with their heart. These summer storms, these typical summer storms, for me, reinforce the link between mind, body, and spirit. And that includes emotions. You might hear my rooster in the background of this video. He wants to be out. I'm gonna let it dry up a little bit first, though. Don't need any sick birds. So yeah, storms like this get me to contemplate my spiritual path and what needs to change and what needs to be cleared out. Out like a cleansing. What's no longer serving me? What do I need to let go of? And what will that make room for? Right? We all get to determine that for ourselves. And sometimes it's knowing that makes it easier to let go. So when the storm clouds roll in and the rain comes, now, please make sure you're in a physically safe place, right? However, once you know you're physically safe, sit with the storm. So I got up this morning, I had plans, turned on the lights, got dressed, started getting ready for the day. But my heart, right? My heart wanted to do something that I hadn't planned. My mind was like, you should get things done. And I agree, but I know I have time. And I know that the timing of things is not always up to us. So, to use an overused phrase, I pivoted. I rearranged my morning schedule, kind of tossed it out, let it go. It's Saturday, right? The storm made me slow down, made me be a little more introspective, and really look at the blessings today has to offer us. So now I am on my porch, watching the world turn green as it does in spring. Just grateful that after this rain and storm, the winds come to dry things up. So on a spiritual level, for me, these spring storms bring healing, and not always in a gentle way. But sometimes you need that deep scrubbing that's not always gentle, so I don't mind it. I have to admit, the lessons that winter brought were strong, some difficult. And I know we're all eager for the heat of the sun, but I also know that will come in its time, and that let's, before we jump from one thing to the next, pause. Pause. Appreciate that we're still here. We're still able to learn the lessons that are before us. That, at least as we can tell from the sound, if you're hearing it, the rooster is well and healthy, right? Someone said to me the other day, oh, their hyacinth are coming up and everything is starting. And I realized in my haste of striving and accomplishment, reaching for my goals, planning out the next phase of my life, I was so focused on what needs to be done, I wasn't present anymore. So I took the opportunity of this morning's spring thunderstorm to first comfort the cats. They were stressed. And then to pause and realize, my heart just wants to go outside. Just wants to be outside after a long, cold winter. Even if it's wet, even if it's muddy, even if the wind kicks up. So that's what I did. And that's often what we do here at the Path of Leora. So I'm Anne, and if you're into that kind of getting back to nature, because it's kind of where we all came from, right? But really truly living the lessons it has to teach, some of these videos might be for you. I'm going to be posting once a week, so I do hope that you'll join me, and by all means let me know, what spiritual themes are you dealing with? What do you need maybe some guidance with, or some camaraderie on your journey? Because we all need that from time to time. I tend to be someone who, again, mentioned earlier, you're always doing these things alone. Like, you're always doing these adventures alone. And it's not that I'm alone. I really am not. I have a really loving support system, a wonderful husband, amazing friends. But sometimes I do seek out that alone time for my journey, especially when I go within, especially to a place where maybe needs a little more scrubbing than other areas. The kind of cleansing that a spring thunderstorm can bring, to wash away whatever no longer serves you. What's no longer serving me? What beliefs, what attitudes, what judgments do I have that no longer serve me? I see the storm as an ally. I see the storm as my guide. And a flash of lightning is that, oh, maybe that's what I should do. It's that aha moment, right? That rumbling is really uprooting those deep-seated beliefs. And then the rain comes and just pours down and washes it away. But only if I'm ready to let go, right? Only if I'm receptive to the healing power of the storm. Because if, like the cats, I stayed in fear, wouldn't be nearly as healing. And yeah, I have a lot on my to-do list, right? We're planning for so many things this summer and fall, and I'm so excited to be able to share those things with you down the road. My hermitage is somewhat over, I can honestly say, for the friends watching this. And I'm ready for community again. It's time now for me to share what I've learned over 30 years of communicating with spirit, and I'm finally to a place where I'm comfortable sharing. For the longest time, I was not. I did not want to share. But times have changed, and I think more and more people are coming to me with dilemmas, problems, puzzles to be solved, whether they be with their family dynamic, or whether they're with their church, or internally with parts of themselves. And as we navigate those areas together in friendship, I'm starting to realize that there's so many people who are in the same place, who could learn from our journey. So that's why I'm sharing. I think now's the time. And if you can take something from the videos that I'll be posting, awesome. Then, find me on Facebook, like and subscribe, all that jazz. And if you can't, if it's not your thing, it's okay. There's no judgment here. No judgment on spiritual path. No judgment concerning religion or faith. This is just judgment free. The last thing I'm equipped to do is judge anyone. That's what we're striving to do with Path of Leora, is to create a safe, non-judgmental space where folks help each other journey on down the road, achieve your spiritual goals, your personal goals, in a way that deepens your connection with the natural world, which is something that never ceases to amaze me, which is by far one of the things I am most grateful for in this world, natural or otherwise, calm or dramatic, kind or violent. The natural world is always there, waiting for us to reconnect. So, future videos will have forest therapy walks, we'll have some more practical aspects of what we do here, and I encourage you to engage, to give feedback, to be kind, in a space where we all understand that some things are stronger than death. Love, for example, is stronger than death. And then each of us on this planet was just a dream of an ancestor who was hoping their children would have a better life. Some of us, that's been realized. Some of it has not been realized. But as we struggle to navigate this ever-changing environment, there are some hard truths, and there are some immutable constants that once we learn to leverage, once we let into our hearts, prepare us for what is to come without us even knowing. So, thanks for joining me today. I look forward to next time. And until then, embrace the storm. It may be just what you need. In love and light.